Hi guys, this is Bradley, and this is going to be a kind of an impromptu case study test that I put together to test new sites in the Panda 4.0 environment. Okay, something I have noticed in multiple tests that I've been running since Panda 4.0 is, I'm having some mixed results. There's some indications that long copy is working better. In other words, pages that are targeting multiple keywords. Very, very long pages are working better than targeting separate keywords, an individual keyword per page on separate pages. So the traditional silo has not been as effective for me in recent tests, but all of those tests had to do were conducted on existing sites that had taken a bit of a dive in the Panda 4, after Panda 4.0. So, excuse me. So in other words, there's other factors involved besides just the on-page factors. There inbound links, their link profile, anchor percentages, all sorts of things. Okay, so number of pages on the site. There's a whole bunch of different variables that are kind of hard to match up. So, anyways, that led me to want to create a new case study based on the Panda 4.0 algorithm to see what is working best. And by doing, and I wanted to set it up in kind of a way to level the playing field as much as possible to see what is working the best with all things being relatively equal off page as far as off page SEO. Okay, so I have a new site that I'm setting up that I'm running this test on. It's for plumbing services. And so I decided to create 3 brand new domains. Purchased 3 brand new domains, and I'm trying them across the board. I'm trying a .pw domain because it was dirt cheap, and plus I just want to test it to see if that domain will rank. And then I'm using a .com and a .us. Okay, and you can see that the test sites are here. So, and I put all 3 of these on a blog subdomain. I did that because, if these sites end up ranking or doing well, then I can repurpose it for a client, or I can do a 301 redirect to a client site, and use them that way. But if not, then I'm probably going to use them as PBNs. Regardless, the ones that they're going to end up becoming PBNs. If I don't use one of them for a site or a client site or a lead gen site, then I'll end up using it for a PBN site. So I wanted to put it on a subdomain to protect the root domain. In the event that something were to happen and it was to get punished or penalized, which I don't think it will be because I'm not doing anything terribly black hat, then at least it wouldn't affect the root. The root would still be good. I could just abandon that particular subdomain and move on to another. And so that's why I did that. So if anybody has questions as to why I did that, there's your answer. So in other words, in a nutshell, what I've done is I've created 3 separate test sites with different content configurations. Test site 1. blog.cardinal.pw is a video silo site. There's absolutely no written content on it other than the content from the comments, the YouTube or the YouTube description that it pulled in. Okay, so when I imported the videos, it imported the YouTube descriptions as well. And I did not add any additional content to this site other than if it had location information in the description, then I updated it to the location in which I'm trying to rank. Okay, so that there wasn't conflicting location keywords in there or geographic modifiers. Okay, we're going to walk through the site here in just a moment. There's 3 silos on the site. So there's 3 silo landing pages, 3 main keywords, which are plumbing repair, residential plumbing, and commercial plumbing. Okay, and then there's 4 supporting pages per silo. And the only other thing I did besides update geographic modifier information on the pages that had them already was I added an internal linking structure. So let's just take a look at the site real quick. This is it, blog.cardinal.pw. I'm not doing anything fancy with the themes. I wanted to keep all things equal as much as possible, so I'm just using the default WordPress theme. And you can see I've got absolutely no content on the front page, except for the 3 videos basically the home page just links to the 3 silo landing pages. Okay, so if I click on residential plumbing, you'll see that this begins the silo for residential plumbing. You can see it in the URL up here. Part of the reason I did not, I'm leaving, typically when I would silo on a plumbing site, plumbing would be in the root domain. So I would strip plumbing out from the top level silo page, at least in the URL. Not in the title, but in the URL I would. But in this case, because I omitted plumbing from the root is just Cardinal, then I decided to leave that in. Okay, so you'll see that in this one of the other sites that I've set up, you'll see how I strip plumbing so it doesn't repeat out of the URL. But anyways, that said, you can see that there was content. These were the comments that were pulled, or the video description that was pulled in when I imported the video. And you can see the only thing that I've done is I added the keyword for the page, and then a drop down, or I'm sorry, a bullet list of hyperlinks to the internal pages, so the pages deep, to go down into the silo. Okay, so these are the 4 supporting articles for this silo, or supporting pages, I should say. And then I've got a link back to the home page from here with a keyword anchor text. Okay, so now if I click into the silo a little bit deeper, you'll see up here in the URL structure, you can see now we're at the home plumbing level. Okay, and so once again, the only thing that is in the description here is the video description that pulled in from YouTube. And then I didn't use a keyword anchor text to link back to the silo landing page. I just used URL anchor. Okay, and I did that for all of them. So if I click this and go back to the silo landing page and I click through to kitchen plumbing, you're going to see the same thing. This is just the very brief video description and then link back to the silo landing page. Other than that, you can see that I have no followed the contact us page in the menu, so that's no followed. Then I added the legal pages over here, but I also no followed those links. So really and then I've got a plugin that I use which pulls in Google News, Yahoo News, and Bing News to update, and it's keyword specific. For example, if you see it says residential plumbing news here, if I go into kitchen plumbing, it'll change to kitchen plumbing news right here, and it'll just pull new content. And it's just a way to keep fresh content on every page. It's a pretty cool little plugin, but I installed the same plugin on all 3 sites. So everything is going to be exactly the same other than the content configuration. All right, so that said, this was the video silo site. All right, test site number 1. Test site number 2 is blog.cardinalplumbers.com. So now I've got plumbers in the actual root, but this one I just have a 1-page home page only. There is no additional pages other than contact, privacy policy and terms of service. But I put a 1,200 word unique article on there, so it's unique content. It's 1,200 words long, and I added 3 relevant YouTube videos and 3 relevant images. Oh, by the way, all of these except for the video silo site has an outbound authority link on every page. So we'll go take a look at this one. That's going to be this site here. This is blog.cardinalplumbers.com. You'll see I got the same type of plugin over here. I still got the same type of legal pages set up over here, no followed, and the same menu structure up here. And there is no additional pages on this site. And you can see that what I've done here was I've added a 1,200 word article, and there's 3 videos. I've got an outbound authority link here. Here's another video. Then I've got 3 relevant images. There's another image, another video. Here's a second outbound authority link on this because I wanted to use a hyperlink out to using the location information that I want to rank for. There's another image there, and that's it. So there's 2 outbound authority links on this page, 3 videos and 3 images. Okay, and then there's a optimized article on here that's 1,200 words long. Okay, so that's it for number 2. Test number 3 is blog.cardinalplumbing.us. So once again, I have plumbing in the root URL. This one is a traditional type site. In other words, it has the home page, which is 750 words, 3 YouTube videos, and links to 3 internal pages and 1 authority link. And what I mean by traditional site is, it has 3 pages, but it's not set up in a silo fashion. There's no supporting articles underneath the pages. It's just the home page and then 3 top-level pages, which are going to be the same: residential plumbing, commercial plumbing, and plumbing repair. Which, by the way, I didn't mention this, but in this particular article, the last site, test site number 2, that has the 1,200 word article, it covers all 3 of those topics in the article. Okay, so all 3 of those are covered in this article. Those 3 main keywords. All right. So the traditional site, if we go take a look at that, you're going to see that I have 3 internal pages. Each page is about 600 words, has 1 YouTube video and 1 authority link. We'll go take a look at this site. Again, set up exactly the same. Same menu structure over here, same menu structure up here, except it's got the top level pages instead of the silo menu like it did in the other site. It's got the no followed contact link, and then the plumbing news widget over here, or the news widget over here. And you can see this is the home page. It's got 3 videos, and it's got links to the internal pages. This is an authority link here, but this is a link to the commercial plumbing page. This is the link to the residential plumbing page, and then we should have a plumbing repair right here. So we've got links to our internal pages from the home page, and if we go into each supporting page or top level page, you'll see that I have 1 video, and then I have 1 link back to the home page, and then there will be an outbound authority link, and that's it. All 3 of these pages are set up the exact same way. Okay, so same thing. We've got a video there, link back to the home page, outbound authority link, and that's it. All right, so those are my 3 sites that I'm using to test to see which type of site will rank better with the same type of link building technique to them, and then whichever one performs the best, I'm going to go ahead and build out as a full site. Okay, and that is actually what I'm going to end up using for my on-page SEO series that I'm about to begin. Whichever one of these sites performs the best within this case study test right now, I'm going to build out that particular site, and that's what I will create the on-page SEO series out of. So quickly to run through the link building, what I'm doing for the link building is I'm going to run social links to all of these sites, to every one of the URLs on. So for example, test site 1, this is the URL structure. It's got the home page, then it's got 3 top level pages, and then 4 supporting articles per page, right? So it's a total of 16 URLs for that site that I'm going to build links to. And I'll build social links to each one of these pages. So every one of these URLs will have its own social link campaign, which are basically bookmarks and tweets and things like that, so that we can get some good anchor text dilution in there. There'll be a lot of naked URLs and just URL anchors, which is fine. That's what I want. Okay, and some click here's and generic anchors, that sort of thing. Because and then the same thing goes for test site number 2. You can see it's just the 1 homepage URL there. Test site number 3 is just 4 URLs. So all of those will have social links built to them. Okay. Then what I've done was I went to SEOlutions.biz. They're a company out of Germany. They provide link building packages that you can purchase, and I've heard really good things about them. I have not tested them. I thought this would be a good opportunity to test them. But what I did was I purchased this particular link building package here. It's 130 PR3 links, and you can split it up any way you like. And so I basically gave them instructions to split it up evenly as I possibly could. And this is how I did it. Okay, so I want to show you, but you can click this link through here to actually see the service. Look, I've heard really good things about them from some other SEO forums. But I've not used them myself. So we will find out what I think about them after this case study. So what I've done was for the home page, I split it up and put 11 links. It's 44 total links for test site 1, 42 for test site 2, and 44 links for test site 3. So we're at exactly 130 links. They're almost identical as far as how many links per site. But what I did was for this site, because it's got 16 pages in total, I got 11 links going to the home page, and then I've got 3 links going to each of the top level pages and 2 links going to each supporting page. So it comes out to be 3, and then there's 8, so that's 11 per silo, 11 links per silo, okay? And 11 links to the home page, which totals up to be 44 links, okay? Then for test site number 2, I've got 42 total links going to the home page because it's only a 1-page site. And then last, test site number 3, again, 44 total links, 11 links per page. All right, so you can see that it's very equal. It's just these have more pages, but they're deep within the silo, and that's why I built these with this URL linking structure the way that I did, so that each link built to any one of these pages will cycle back through to the silo landing page and ultimately back to the home page through this link here. All right, that's why I did it that way. And as far as anchor text distribution, I tried to keep it as equal as possible. It's difficult to do that when you've got one site with 16 and one site with only one URL or one page. Okay, but I did it as best as I could, and this is how I did it. All right, this is how it's set up. I know it's probably difficult to read, but you can see that, for example, for the home page for the first site, test site number 1, I had 11 anchors here. There's 11 of them right here in this spin syntax, and essentially it is just variations of plumbing, Reston VA, Reston Plumbers, Reston Plumbing, Reston Plumbing Company, you know, that sort of stuff, Reston Plumbing Contractor. So all exact match keyword anchors, okay, and that's why I'm running social links to all of these sites to give it some dilution. And then you can see for each of the internal pages, this is the top level page, so this has got 3 anchors right here. There's 3 anchors. Okay, and again, it's just variations of the exact match keyword that I want to rank that page for. That's all I'm doing. All right, and in the silo supporting pages in the silo, they each get 2 anchors. And again, it's just like for this one, be home plumbing, Reston VA, Reston home plumbing. Okay, same thing, kitchen plumbing, Reston VA, Reston kitchen plumbing. So it's the same setup, same format for every one of the URLs in that site. So then what I did was for the next site, which is just the one-page site, I went ahead and took all of these up here, mixed them together to create a 42 anchor set right here. Except what I did was I omitted a couple of them up here that were basically like just variations, and I replaced a few of these in here with generics. I think I've got like 6 generics in there, plus I have 2 naked URL types in there as well. So out of 42, I believe I have 34 that are exact match keywords for this one. So this is going to receive 42 links, 34 of which will be exact match keywords, 2 which will be URL anchors, and then 6 which are generics. And then I'm going to be building social links to this page. I'll probably do 2 or 3 runs of social links to this particular URL, because the problem is with me running all this exact match keywords at this one URL, I could very easily trip a penguin filter. So it's going to require more anchor text dilution. Okay, so we'll see, but I think I'll probably end up running maybe 2 or 3 social campaigns to this one. I suspect that this site is going to perform the best, but we're going to find out. And then lastly, for this test site number 3, you can see that this just had 4 pages. So what I did was I have set it up to where there is 11 anchors per page. Okay, and again, it's just using the same anchors that we pulled from the first test site where there's 16 pages. So pretty cool. I've got everything outlined here. As far as the case study, I would keep you guys posted as links become. The links are built by this SEOlutions company. They're going to send me a report. Plus, I'll be tracking this in Ahrefs and Majestic SEO to see how it goes. And I've also got it set up into a rank tracking software. So this is the rank tracking software that I'm going to use for this particular case study. It's called Pro Rank Tracker. They've got a pretty good deal on this, and so I'm just testing it out. So I've got them all inserted in here, and I'm tracking, I believe it's 60 keywords. Yeah, it's 60 keywords per site. Okay, so per test site. Essentially, it's 20 keywords, but 3 variations of it. Okay, so it comes out to be 60 keywords, and that's what I'm tracking, the same 60 for all 3 sites. And as the links start being built, we'll see how it indexes and what kind of performance we can get. Again, my initial predictions are that the one-page site with the 1,200 words, the 3 videos and 3 images is going to perform the best. But again, that's just my prediction based on some of the data that I've seen with some of my existing sites. But we shall see how it works. And this is it for the Cardinal Plumbing case study, the Panda 4 case study.